and we will be your mentors in guiding that if you want. So just I want people to reflect on the emotional lives of animals. So put up your hand if you've ever bonded with an animal, like maybe an animal companion that you lived with, like a pet, or someone else's pet, or something like that. Okay, so most of us, a lot of us. I think whenever, well, okay, we were going to be interactive at this point, but I don't know if we can. But just think about the animal or animals that you've bonded with in your life, and does anyone maybe want to share like a little story, maybe their little animal friend's name or something connected with them? Yeah. Thank you.
Lay out on the deck and watch the stars in a rural area, and my cat came and joined me in my sleeping bag watching the stars.
Aww.
I thought that was just the sweetest thing, and that to the most intimate understanding that I've had with another animal.
That's a beautiful story. What's your cat's name?
Cat's name is
Lucky. Is Lucky still?
No, he's not with us anymore.
Not with us anymore. Sounds like a very special individual. Anyone have any other animal stories they want to share? Yeah.
I have owned a cat since I was in grade 2, and he's still alive. He's about 15 years old. He's a huge cat. His name is Congo. And I learn something new about him every day, but I know, like, from living with him, he likes music. I remember since I was a kid when I would just ask him anything, that he would just, wherever he was, he would like, just come to my room and just sit with me. When we're playing, like, me or my brother playing music, he'll just come around, and we're kind of convinced maybe he's mounting.
Sounds like he really enjoys music and really likes your company. Yeah.
It's just a lot of little things that I can't really remember right now, but you just know that, like, there is really a connection, like a friendship.
Yeah, definitely.
Sure.
Absolutely, that's fun. Yeah. So yeah, basically it's...
Sorry, I just wanted to say that we're not leaving because I love what you're talking about. In fact, I'm about 90% vegan and stuff. We're also trying to eat organic and local and non-fortunate.
But you have other obligations that you have to go?
Yeah,
Okay,
I just wanted to tell you that we love what you're talking about.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate you telling me that, and good luck for whatever you're doing out there.
Thank you so much. You're ready.
So that's sort of the next thing I want to touch on in terms of connections with animals. If you can sort of think of the animals you've been connected to and try to recall to mind instances where they've experienced emotional pleasure, basically. So excitement, fun and playfulness, peacefulness, attachment, love, things like that. So I have a couple cats too. They really love being pets. Obviously, what cat doesn't love to be pet? Well, maybe feral cats, but they really like chasing little balls of paper. That they show definite, like the joy of playing that a child would, and excitement. Like you can see how excited they're getting about the paper. My cat Corey, she really loves to drink dripping water from the bathroom sink. And she'll sit there, but the thing is, even when her water dish is full, she'll want to drink the water from the bathroom sink, like dripping in a little place. And she's very strange in that she'll only do it if like a human being that she likes is there watching her. And she'll actually sit there at the bathroom sink with the water. Like if you put it on dripping for her and walk away, she'll sit there waiting for you to come back, and she won't drink it. And she'll only drink it when you come back in the room and like watch her drink it. And like she wants to be pet while she's drinking it. And so it's not just the water; it's like the water and the human attention and that interaction that she really just loves. And Corey also really, they have like food preferences too, and I know that food is like, well, all animals eat food, it's not really considered an emotional thing, but I actually think that food can be quite an emotional experience when you're really excited about food and love certain types of food and you have a favorite food and then you get your favorite food and you're really, really happy. My cats are like that. So Corey really loves tofurkey, which is like the vegan turkey slices. And no matter where she's in the house, if I open a package of tofurkey, she'll come running in. And like, if I close the door to the kitchen, she'll still smell it and she'll come running and she'll scratch at the door. And then she gets really happy when she eats it. And Farah, the other cat, really loves Earth Balance, the margarine, and will also come running from everywhere in the house to have the margarine. And they don't, Corey doesn't really like the margarine, and Farah doesn't really like the tofurkey. So this is just examples of like animals having individual personalities. And they clearly like really love me, especially Farah and I have a deep bond, and he'll follow me from room to room in the house. Like when especially if I've been away at school or something, and I come home, he'll be so happy, and he'll run to the door, and like I'll go to another room, he'll follow me to that room, and if I leave my room and go upstairs, he'll follow me upstairs, he'll follow me all around the house. And if I close the door to my room, I once wanted to be alone, he didn't want me in the room, he literally scratched at the door meowing for half an hour because he missed me and was very lonely. And Corey also loves me and gets really lonely if I don't give her attention. She'll sit at the top of the stairs, and because she won't come to the basement, because that's Farah's territory. Is very territorial, and he'll chase her if she comes to the basement. And she'll if I'm in the basement, that's where my room is. If I'm in the basement too long, she'll be at the top of the stairs, meowing for me to come up, and she'll meow and meow. She'll sound so sad until I finally come up and give her attention, and she'll be really happy and purring. So yeah, animals experience this loving, affectionate bond with other creatures, in this case a human. They experience loneliness when that connection is deprived. They like to play, that excitement, that joy. They also experience anger. Corey doesn't really get angry, but Farah has a temper and even holds grudges. And one time I wanted Corey and Farah to be friends, they're not really friends, so I picked up Corey and put Corey in Farah's face, and Farah got so mad about that he wouldn't talk to me for a day. And I went up to him and tried to pet him. He growled at me and was scratching me because he got so mad that I brought Corey into his face. And Corey's very, very fearful. She'll hide under the bed. If someone even rings the doorbell, she'll go running under the bed. So the point is that animals feel emotions, right? And I think we know this from our own connections with them. So basically every emotion that you can think of that you've experienced in your life, they can feel it too, whether it's loneliness, anger, sadness, boredom, and also the positive emotions like happiness, love. I know we feel like human beings we have a monopoly on love, and maybe we experience love in more complex ways, but animals still, they have that connection. They want that connection with others, and they desire that closeness and relationship and affection and things like that. So we're probably more well acquainted with the emotions of cats and dogs and things like that, and we feel that chickens, pigs, cows don't really have the same kind of emotional lives, but they do, and there's a lot of research on that. So basically chickens, here's one thing I want people to think about is not, a lot of times animal rights activists, they focus on the painful, awful lives that animals experience and how much suffering they have physically and emotionally, and that's very true. But I think the other side of the coin is that animals have the capacity for emotional pleasure, and by forcing them to live these kinds of lives, it's not just subjecting them to emotional and physical pain, but depriving them of the happy, pleasurable lives that they could be otherwise living. Not to say they'd have a utopia in the wild, but they would just get to do things that they can't do in the factory farms. So chickens, they really love to take dust baths out in the sun. They like lying in the hot sun and rolling around in dust. That makes them very happy. They love roosting in trees and just sunbathing. Chickens, they also have their own individual personalities, and it often comes out in their pecking order. Chickens have a pecking order and a sort of social hierarchy. And they can actually remember the ranks and faces of over 100 other birds. So based on their personality sort of sometimes matches their place in the hierarchy, because some are sort of more shy and watchful. Other chickens, they enjoy human company, and others are sort of more standoffish. or even a bit aggressive. And